This is Justin from MakeUseOf.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Teclast X98 Plus, a $200 Chinese tablet that dual boots both Android 5.1 Lollipop and Windows 10. Physically, it is a bit nicer than most products in this price range. It has a solid, sturdy aluminum backing, though the buttons and the front still look kind of like a cheap white plastic, so it doesn't give you a 100% premium feel. Plus, it has a very boxy design with wide bezels that can make it feel larger than it really is. In actuality, it has just a 9.7-inch IPS display with an impressive resolution of 2048 by 1536 pixels. There are no physical or capacitive buttons along the bottom. Teclast has instead opted for on-screen software buttons. Along the bottom edge, there's also a micro USB port, micro HDMI port, and the headphone jack. The left side has a TF card slot, which should work with micro SD cards to expand the storage past the 64 gigabytes that it comes with. There are dual speakers along the lower back of the device, but they're painfully weak and produce tinny, poor quality sound. The cameras, likewise, seem to be a place where corners were cut. The rear-facing camera is 5 megapixels while the front-facing is 2 megapixels, and while they both work passably, you're not going to become a photographer on this tablet. Getting into the software, let's start with the Android side. Every time you boot it up, it will ask you which operating system you'd like to enter, and you can simply choose the little green Android mascot. You're then presented with a pretty stock Android 5.1 Lollipop experience, which isn't quite the newest operating system, but it's certainly not outdated yet. The biggest change here is the addition of several keys to the navigation bar. In addition to the home, back, and recents keys, you also get a screenshot button, volume up and down buttons, and an options button. The experience overall generally felt like I was using a budget tablet. Things were a bit laggy here or there, despite the 4 gigabytes of RAM, and it just didn't feel as smooth as a flagship device. Jumping over to the Windows 10 side, I was actually pleasantly surprised by how well it ran. There were some quirks here and there, like it not registering my taps on time when using YouTube in the Edge browser, but for the most part, scrolling and multitasking were both smoother on Windows than on Android. Battery life was hard to judge given all the switching between operating systems, but I wasn't blown away by it. I'd say with heavy usage, if you're marathoning Netflix shows or working on a PowerPoint presentation for hours, it could easily last you more than a few hours, but you'll have to charge it before the end of the day. Later usage might see it make it to the end of the day, though it did lose battery pretty quickly even when not in use. Overall, the Teclast X98 Plus doesn't really seem to excel at any one thing, but it does a lot of separate things good enough. If you're looking for a budget device that can run Android and Windows, you're in luck. But if you're just looking for the best Android tablet out there, you'll probably want to keep looking. Be sure to head on over to MakeUseOf.com to read the full review and find out how you can win an X98 Plus for yourself.